Hey everyone, welcome to Stuck in Beta. I'm Greg. With me is Josh and Josh.
Hey Greg.
Hey.
Hello, Greg.
And everyone.
Yeah, this is the only show you can tune into where we don't really have anything planned for what we're going to do.
It's a show about nothing.
Yeah, it's kind of like Seinfeld, except, it's not,
We
without
don't
the
get, we don't
$1 million.
get paid.
Yeah.
We don't get paid as well.
Yeah. We don't get the $1 million per episode or whatever you got.
Is that what they were up to when the show ended?
I don't know. It could be. I
think
know
so. Friends was up there.
Yeah.
Friends always. I think they were at $1 million an episode. They always stood where everyone had to get paid the same amount.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Seinfeld wasn't like that. I know. I don't think Jason Alexander and the Julia.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
And Michael Richards. I don't think they all got the same as Jerry did.
What's his name that's on the show? I mean, he should get paid
true,
more.
but I would assume Ray Romano got paid the most on Everyone Loves Raymond.
Yeah.
So you can Google that. That'd be interesting.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. That's a mission for.
That's what we do on this show.
We think of something
Find
and
crap out.
So speaking of that type, did you hear? I'm sure you heard about that Saturday Night Live comedian that he was hired, and then immediately they're like, "Nah, he's not hired. He's fired." What you got?
I did not hear about that.
I vaguely heard something.
So okay.
While you're looking that up, so Seinfeld was making $1 million per episode. Jerry Seinfeld was, and the three co-stars were making $600,000 per episode in the final season, and he gave up $5 million per episode to produce one more season. So I guess they offered him $5 million to come back and do another season. He turned it down.
Jeez. Yeah, I think he's doing okay though.
He's doing just fine.
He's doing fine because he's got part of that back end that the other three don't. I think that was they had to start paying them for syndication. Like, or not, I know they get something for that, but they had to get more because when the DVDs came out, they wanted to do all these extra features and have them talking about the episodes and stuff. And it didn't, the three didn't want to come back and do that.
Oh, really?
Like, am I get paid for the, so they updated their contract or something like that.
Huh.
So don't quote me on it.
Look up Everybody Loves Raymond.
So Shane Gillis is a comedian that got his big break to host Saturday Night Live for the upcoming, or not host, I'm sorry. He's part of the cast of the 45th season, which is coming up. I don't know if it's started yet.
Probably not. Maybe this weekend.
Maybe this weekend. Yeah, that sounds right. So they found something that he did on a podcast that was a little racy. He used a Chinese slur on a podcast
I
few
did hear
years
about
ago.
this, yeah.
And since this is that culture right now, they fired him.
Really?
Yeah.
So he was going to be a cast member, like on screen?
So he got his big break. Of course, people look up and see all what he did. And
well, can you say what the word is? I mean, or can you just say what it starts with
Greg
or what it rhymes with?
A slang for a Chinese guy.
Honestly, can't
think
of one.
So anyway, it wasn't a funny joke or whatever either, but that's not.
Does it start with a G?
No.
I have no idea. I don't know slang words for Chinese people, I guess. Okay. Not that I want to learn them. I'm just saying.
Let me learn.
Even if I would have heard it, I'm wondering if it would have been like so. You know what I mean?
Obscure
like
some you wouldn't know what it was. Yeah.
Some of these words don't even. I mean, who are they offensive to? I guess Chinese people, but
no.
No, you don't think so?
It's white people that are offended.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, and here we go.
Oh, but I'm white.
Here we go.
I shouldn't have said, yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Did you hear about the kid who raised all that money for the sign that said, like, hey, I need more Busch beer or whatever?
Yeah, Busch Light. He goes, I need to replenish my Busch Light. And he had, I don't know A Venmo? What's that?
It's like PayPal.
PayPal. Okay.
He had it on this sign, and he was holding it behind, I guess, like the sports announcers or whatever at one of the football games, and he raised like over $1 million.
Well,
holy crap!
No. First of all, he got he went back to and he got I don't know how many thousands of dollars. At first, it was few $1,000s or whatever, and he was like, "Oh my gosh!" So he I don't know if he posted somewhere that he said that he's gonna buy a 30-pack of Busch Light, replenish his supply, and the rest he's gonna donate to charity.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "If anyone wants to get in on this, here's my info. Go ahead." So people were obviously wanting to donate. It was for a children's charity too, and AB decided that they were gonna match whatever he raised.
Another company did the same thing.
Yeah, a few
I don't remember
companies.
who it was, but yeah.
But you want to tell what happened then?
Well, so then I guess they were somebody. And what is he? He's probably like early 20s. He's a college kid, right?
he was like, 20 something.
Yeah,
because
I think he's a college kid.
Yeah.
But so somebody scrolled back through his Twitter feed and found something.
When he was 16 in 2012, he said, I don't remember what he said.
Yeah.
I'm not saying whatever he said wasn't sure. It was probably bad or whatever, but you're making it where people can't grow as people, you know?
Right.
You're 16 years old, you know? The same thing. Remember James Gunn, the Guardians of the Galaxy director. Disney decided, okay, they rehired him back.
Yeah,
but
so he had some tweets. So he was an Iowa State fan. So I guess he was a little older maybe than a college kid. What did he say?
Well, don't read it.
No, I'm not going to read it. I'm trying to remember what it had to do with. But yeah, Anheuser-Busch decided that they're going to distance themselves.
Yeah,
because of something that was pulled up from 8 years ago.
It's not like he was a spokesman of the company.
Well,
right.
And then people looked up. So whoever said the thing, whoever posted it was some news channel that this reporter that posted he did this back in 2012. Someone looked back in his Twitter feed and found something.
Oh my God!
Reporters.
So
that is hilarious.
This is a whole.
Yeah.
What are you gonna keep looking up?
Oh my
Everyone
gosh.
has done something bad in their past. I mean,
and who really cares?
I don't know.
So it says he posted between 2010 and 2013. He published offensive tweets that included using racist slur and mocking legalization of same-sex marriage.
Yep.
I don't know. Whatever.
I mean,
it's just
it's offensive. But
a good deed doesn't cancel out like something you did as a teenager.
Yeah, let's. I'm
gonna raise $1 million by doing something, just something random that nobody else has thought of. I'm gonna get recognized, and I'm gonna give all this money to charity, and then people are gonna find a way to get pissed off.
$1 million in charity. Nope, not enough. Yeah, so it's.
But meanwhile, with the I guess you can call yourself a comedian and get away with saying whatever, pretty much,
Yeah. Chris Rock.
I don't know what Chris Rock said, but
he's got that new Netflix series.
Oh.
And apparently it's pretty rough.
Well, it all depends on your fame as well and how well you do your craft. Because think about the Rams. We had Leonard Little on our team.
Killed a lady.
Because two women.
He was drunk.
Drunk driving. But he could get some sacks, so it was just fine,
Yeah.
He didn't get in trouble at all, It was one of those things where you're like, how do you root for this guy?
Yeah.
Freaking Ray Lewis
Yeah.
He's on Dancing with the Stars.
Huge
Right
coke
now?
addict.
Right now.
Yeah.
I'm watching that with Molly, and the whole time I'm like, this guy needs to get out. She goes, you really hate this guy. I'm like, you know
They
what he
beat a
did?
guy to death.
Yeah, I'm like,
and he got like acquitted because apparently it wasn't him.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, and now we're looking at him dancing and stuff like that. I'm thinking, what the hell?
Do that again. Show us how he's dancing.
He's not. He's pretty stiff. He's not even a good dancer. But
That's why you want to vote him off.
well, we're treating a guy, it's
Bill Clinton.
alleged murderer.
What about all of our presidents? Oh no, they can't get political.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everyone in the government is up to something dirty, right?
Yeah. They wouldn't be there otherwise.
Yeah.
It is. I don't know. This stuff is just taking it too far, really. That's my opinion.
It's one thing if you said something yesterday.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then, I would say what this guy did versus what Roseanne said is a little different because she said it like a week
But
or
she
a
was
day
under
before.
the influence. Though.
Yeah, well, that too. So, I don't know. Where are the lines?
Yeah. Good question.
Draw the lines. So there we go.
And it's just going to get worse.
Yeah. So our moral, the moral to this story is never get on social media,
Yep.
never post.
Okay.
Don't
so-
have a podcast.
So you want to talk about that? Yeah. Right. Exactly.
You're listening to the Stuck in Beta podcast, stuckinbetapodcast.com, where you can donate
Brought
for
to you
a
by
snack.
Facebook. Yeah.
Check out our socials.
So I bought that Edward Snowden book
Yeah.
last Wednesday. I finished it Friday. If you are at all interested in online privacy and what he did and how he did it and why he did it, buy that book before it disappears.
Did you watch the movie?
I did not watch.
Oh.
Which one are you talking about? Because there's a couple of
The
them out
one
there.
with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
No, I have not. There's another one, like a
saw
documentary called Citizen 4, that are the actual videotapes that were taken of Snowden in the hotel room when he was in Hong Kong talking to the reporters that flew to Hong Kong to release the information. It is a really interesting book, and what surprised me, I mean, I knew what he did and I knew why he did it to expose what was going on in the government and whatnot. But there's a passage in that book that he explains that he had flown back to Virginia to see some new tool and get training, yada, yada, yada. And he goes, I literally sat down at a console, was able to search any name, pick a name, and up pops their online history. And he says, it's updating practically in real time. I can see exactly where they're doing, what they're doing, and where they are. He said, and if it so happened that the computer they're using had one of the CIA's pieces of malware on it, I could click a link and turn on their webcam and see them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He said, so I'm sitting here watching this guy, watching his web history change. He's like, I'm literally watching the guy type, practically. I turn on his webcam, and I see him sitting in his living room on his couch, and his kid walks up and sits next to him. He's like, that happened.
Yeah.
So, that they showed that on the movie.
Did they?
Pretty interesting that at the one part he's, this unbelievable search tool that he looked for. I don't know. It was like assassinate Bush or something like that is what he looked, and there is, most of them were about like, doing something sexual to a woman's part, and it was real funny how you would see all that and that would get flagged, but it wasn't, something.
Right.
So along with that, the seeing it through, through video, back to what you were talking about, I don't know, I think it was on last week's show where you were saying that your neighbor got robbed and it was the porch pirate stole the packages and everything. So I was listening to a podcast called Let's Know Things. I think I've talked about it before, but he had an episode on surveillance where he was talking about like two sides to the coin where there's like I think it's is Ring the one that's through Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So there's been a push for them to have these Ring doorbells basically sold by police departments.
So they have live surveillance more or less everywhere. Yeah.
So the guy was saying that, you can look at it from two different perspectives. One being that you're trying to protect, the neighborhood, but on the one hand, he was saying that a lot of these neighborhoods that it's getting pushed into aren't really unsafe to begin with, but they're kind of propagating that, unsafe environment so that people want to have more cameras available. But then on the other hand, he's saying, the people, let's say, for instance, it's your neighbor across the street that's doing something. Maybe they do something, foolish, and then that video then can be downloaded, shared, whatever. Everything is being recorded at all times, but no one's giving their permission to be recorded.
Doesn't have to be if it's in the public.
Is public though on your front yard?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, I don't really agree with that.
You can't record in the house, but
The second you step outside your front door, it's public.
anything from a public street, anything that could be viewed from a public street. If there's a private road up to your house, then no. If it's a public street, then yes.
Same way private investigators work. That's how they're able to do what they do.
I don't know. There's a part of that I don't feel. It just makes me feel kind of creepy. Let's say hypothetically, one of us is out in our front yard and we're picking weeds or whatever, and we're our butt cracks hanging out, and somebody somehow gets a video
you
of
see
that.
my butt crack? I'll show you my butt crack.
I mean, but there's things
I've got
like that
pictures.
You don't.
Oh shoot! Don't pull up the picture. I don't know.
You've
That
got a
stuff just
picture of
feels
me
me.
pooping in a fountain, but no butt crack.
Oh, I bet I do.
That stuff just makes me feel kind of creepy.
Well, it's like Missouri is a one-party state for recording phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
Only one party has to know they're being recorded for that to be illegal.
And obviously one part. I mean, what else would
Right.
there be? No
Right.
parties?
Right.
Yeah.
So the also those cameras, you opt in to the police.
There's the one with his shirt off.
Yeah.
You opt in to be part of the police network or whatever.
Do you?
Yeah, on the Ring.
Yeah.
And then if some crime happens, you can just click a button and it'll send it to them.
I only had the Ring for a very short amount of time. I didn't like it.
I like the idea of it being available for security purposes, but I don't necessarily like the idea of other people having access to it.
Like the police?
Right.
I don't know that I have a problem with the police having access to it.
Is it? Yeah.
Who watches the watchers, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that how it goes?
Uh-oh. Something wrong?
No, it's just my...
So you didn't find the butt crack photo?
Nah, I'm sorry.
Shoot.
I was going to share it out with everyone.
You're going to put it in the show notes?
It was in a public place, so it's all fair game. Oh, man. So, what do we got? Man, did you have anything...
Not really. I would just had a couple shows that I was going to discuss.
Man, shows.
Yeah. TV shows,
Did you watch the
Netflix
Emmys?
shows. No.
I tried you were talking about it, and I turned it on, and I'm like, this is garbage, and then I turned it off.
I saw it for about 5 seconds.
They had
Yeah, that was about me,
a
too.
funny opening skit with, oh, hell, now I can't think of his name.
Who was a host?
There wasn't a host.
See, that's the thing. There can't be hosts anymore because remember Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
And he said he did some about gays at one
Right.
point in his life, so he can't be host of the Emmy or the Oscars.
No, it can't. Yeah, right.
So
And then the Oscars apologized for telling him never mind and wanted him to come back, and he wouldn't come back. And
It's like, no, I don't want to do that.
yeah,
I saw Peter Dinklage win something.
with Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and it was like he'd won a lot of things, I think. Game of Thrones won a lot of things.
He's the top billed actor on that show, right? When the credits roll, he's the first name.
Could be.
Hmm.
No, the only thing that I found interesting was a show called Fleabag. I had not heard of it, but apparently it's a British show that's now owned, or Amazon has the rights to it, and they're showing it on Prime. TV or whatever the heck their service is called.
It's Prime.
So I'm gonna try starting to watch that.
That's cool.
I watched the Between Two Ferns movie.
Oh, did you?
Did you?
I
Yeah.
haven't watched that yet. I saw it and I'm like, oh, I gotta get into that. But
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought it was, and it kind of took you in a direction to kind of let you kind of understand how the show got started. And is Will Ferrell actually the owner of Funny or Die?
he was. I don't know if he's the owner, but he's one of the originals to start that. I'm
Okay.
sure he's like one of the investors or whatever.
Okay, so he has a pretty.
He
big
has
part.
money in it. He has a stake
Yeah.
in it.
So he has a pretty big part in the story of the movie. But yeah, you should check it out. I mean the funniest parts really, and what I never really thought about was at the end of it. Stay tuned to the
Spoilers.
credits, but they have all the outtakes and all those actual Between Two Ferns is like they have a hard time getting through those sometimes.
Oh, I'm
because-
sure.
But I remember hearing a long time ago. Do you remember the one where Obama was on there?
Yeah.
And Zach Galifianakis said he was like stone cold. I mean, he never broke out of that, and he was like so dry. And I mean, it would be really
'Cause
hard
even-
to stay in that.
Because I remember that because he started talking about healthcare or something, and he's like, "Here comes the plug."
Yeah. It was really funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good movie. It's worth checking out.
Huh. I'll have to check that out. I like.
Kind of felt like Wayne's World a little bit.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Come on now, Wayne's World is a good movie.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad,
Alright,
but you know how it was like a
Buddy.
similar story. It's a network or a local
Public access. for
public
that.
access television show that kind of gets big, sort of goes on the road a little bit. Yeah.
One of my favorite things about that show is how usually the actor's name is spelled wrong.
Yeah.
And then like they're like it'll say underneath like something they starred in or something, and it's something like so ridiculous. Like if they had Brad Pitt, it'd probably say star of Joe versus the Volcano or something, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll have to. I want to check that out. I've been
I laughed a lot.
yeah.
And Lori just laughed and said, "This is stupid."
Oh, we watched. Speaking of stupid, Rocket Man.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
That never even crossed my mind as something that I should watch.
We liked.
You two are going back and forth with it.
We liked the Queen one.
Yeah.
That was really good. This
yeah, Freddie
Rocket.
Mercury was
But
good. Or
everybody was talking about that. I mean, you knew that was going to be
Yeah,
good because
Rocket
it
Man
had
was
such good
Awful.
media.
Rocket
Awful.
Man wanted to go their own direction and be kind of a musical, and
Very artsy.
very artsy. Yeah, they would be in the middle of talking, and then all of a sudden it'd go break out in a song.
Yeah.
But not like a normal not like Grease breaking into song.
No.
It didn't feel right. It
No.
just yeah.
And it wasn't like the original score of the song. It was like they took the song and made it into some big ass production. It just.
I
was
guess the only
bad.
scene I kind of liked was when he's doing his first show in the U.S.
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah. In that
he
bar.
does Crocodile Rock.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, you look up Crocodile Rock wasn't even a song then, and it's like a fictionalized story
Yeah.
of
My
his life.
My
but
favorite scene was the credits.
yeah,
It was
it's a good
bad.
time.
Bad movie.
Sorry,
We
Sorry, you-
watched the 3 episodes of the Inside Bill's Brain.
Oh,
Oh, I've heard that's
yeah.
really good.
It is really, really good. I had no idea how smart that guy is.
Man, me and Greg are smarter.
pretty much.
So
I mean, if
Like
anybody
combined?
we can use his product. He probably can't use it.
why you say that?
Just being a smart ass.
Oh, I found it was really
He probably
really
uses
informative.
an iPhone.
and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. I knew that they had, given a lot of money away, donated, however that
Tax
works.
write-off.
Yeah, however it works. I know is he still one of the, he's got to be, is he number 2 as far as
Oh, he's
wealthy
up
is?
there.
He's after Jeff Bezos.
Bezos is
Yeah.
number 1.
He's still up there.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? But I mean, his company, Microsoft,
Runs the world.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
But it was pretty cool because it showed like his current day, kind of a day in a life situation for some of the causes that he's working towards. But then it kind of flashed back and showed the history of, Microsoft, the history of Bill Gates as a child and that sort of thing. So it had a lot of different layers to it.
Is that on Netflix?
Yeah. 3-part series.
Check that out. It's just 3. There going to be more?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
That's all I know is that there's 3 right now.
All right. Well, gotta check that out. Would you like to go to snack?
Cashews, almonds, macadamia nuts, lilac, pecans too, pistachio.
So this week we have the 2019 edition. It doesn't even say that.
So these might be from 2017.
They aren't from 2017. These are brand new Mystery Oreos. Another guess the flavor type thing. You love the chocolate flavor.
Yeah.
But remember last time, when I think it was last year was the first time they had these, and we guessed, what was it, Fruity Pebbles?
Yeah. Did we ever look back to see what it turned out to be?
I thought that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't it? Well, this year they're doing it again because Oreo loves people to buy their products. And here we go. Go ahead. Grab one and
Looks like just a regular Oreo.
Yeah, it does
what
too.
what if that's the mystery? Is it regular Oreo?
Regular.
Double stuffed, maybe?
It does look extra stuffed. So
Marshmallow.
we got the chocolate cookie with the white icing. It's a mystery.
Tastes like a cereal.
I cheated a little bit and looked up
That's
what
cinnamon.
other people were saying.
Yeah, I'm getting Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, that's some sort of. Yeah, maybe Cinnamon Toast Crunch or just Cinnamon Toast. Whatever they want to call it. If they don't have the rights to the Cinnamon Toast Crunch name.
Smells like cinnamon too.
What are you? You said you're reading that online? What?
I was looking up what other people have said. One lady had called it Golden Grams.
No, it's cinnamon. It has a close to Golden Grams, but there's some cinnamon in there, and Golden Grams doesn't have that
I think Greg thinks there's cinnamon in it.
because I said cinnamon 20 times.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. I'm getting a
Life cereal.
This lady
Cinnamon
says Teddy Grams.
They're kind of
Remember those?
cinnamony, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Teddy Grams? I don't know. I used to those Teddy Grams. Do you guys eat
That's
those?
a good guess. Those taste very similar.
I
Yeah.
used to dip mine. I don't know why I did this. I used to dip mine in like
Ranch?
Cheese Whiz.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
What did
I
that?
don't know why or how that happened.
Didn't they start coming with like a frosting pack with them?
Yeah.
That's Dunkaroos.
Oh.
Why do y'all roll your eyes? Like,
Whenever I was very young, like, I don't know, 8, 10 years old, I used to go to my grandma's after school, ride the bus there, and then my mom would pick me up later. And my grandma would always have a snack for me. Some days it would be pudding. Some days it would be a soft jumbo pretzel. Still love those to this day.
now there's
And
where your
then-
cheese came from.
And then
Yeah.
and then she always had Teddy Grams, and I think somehow or another I had both at the same time. And
There's
one
probably leftover cheese.
Yeah, one Teddy Graham landed in the cheese, and I was like, "Oh, that's good."
So did you spoil your dinner?
I don't think
Like,
so.
Okay.
It was early. It was around 3 or so, and then dinner was
At 9,
6,
6.
something like that.
That's
Wow.
not a bad flavor. it buffers the gross chocolate cookie.
It does. When you said Teddy Grahams, it does kind of remind me of I think they're a little cinnamon and honey.
Mm-hmm.
The original.
I couldn't tell you last time I had Teddy Grahams.
Well, we get the generic ones. From Aldi. They come in individual little. Well, not individual. There's
that'd be a pain in the butt.
It's in a foil wrap.
Yeah, take you 3 hours to make breakfast
inside of a box.
No, it comes in a bag with, I don't know, 30 in them or something like that. Because Millie loves them.
Well, sure.
I really like these. Remind me to take 1 or 2 to Lori.
I'm not going to let you do that. Yeah.
Hey, you could win $50,000. Guess the right flavor.
So, taste test for next week. What is, Teddy Grahams and Cheese Whiz? Okay, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about doing that.
Don't knock it, guys.
I'd
You
probably,
don't
I'd try it.
You dip
What's the weird thing that you...
Yeah.
Doritos and peanut
There
butter.
you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is. Yeah. I'm sure it's good.
Or,
Doesn't sound right.
Well, the same with peanut butter. This was, a friend of mine, well, actually, you probably knew him in high school, Steve Gaddy.
Yeah.
In elementary school, he talked me into putting barbecue potato chips in between a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Man, it is awesome.
You still
It's
eat
one of
that?
the best things ever. I think any kind of flavored chip,
Sweet or savory?
yeah, go great with peanut butter and jelly. I don't always put them on there, but yeah, they go good together.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that you say
As
that.
a side item.
Yeah, right. As a side item.
I don't
Yeah.
necessarily put them in between the bread.
Yeah. Did you ever do that when you were a kid? Put potato chips on, well, not just peanut butter and jelly, but just any kind of sandwich?
Oh, yeah. I still do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Hmm.
The flat lays, put them on top like if you're having a turkey sandwich.
Yeah.
Or something.
Wait a minute. You're the guy who hates anything mixed ever.
No.
The moist
not
maker
potato
is like the most
No,
disgusting
it's
thing
the
in the world to
sweet,
you.
It's dessert with dinner. You can't mix. It's something sweet. The cranberry sauce is sweet.
So the stuffing and gravy,
I can mix that on my plate just fine.
stuffing, gravy, mashed potatoes, and
I can mix that in.
turkey on a sandwich, all good.
I thought I remember you telling us that you had to have things separated on your
I
plate
like
and they
for
can't
them to
touch.
be, and I eat all of one thing at a time.
That's weird too.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
I love the mixing, like stuffing and
No,
turkey.
I
and
agree with you
mashed
there.
potatoes
A little
and
bite
turkey.
of this, a little
Yeah.
bite of
No,
that.
I just
a
mix
little bite
it.
of that.
If it's Thanksgiving, it's mashed potatoes, gravy, and corn that get mixed together on my plate.
Yeah. I remember we had a conversation about this, and you like those plates that have the dividers.
Oh
in
yeah,
them.
they're nice.
You have the walls so you can't.
Yeah, so the gravy doesn't leak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My fruit salad is
I
touching my.
don't eat fruit salad.
Well,
What if it's a mystery fruit flavor?
Yeah, if that was fruit
Gummy bears,
fruit
yes.
salad flavored.
fruit, no.
Oh man. What else we got?
So I guess more movie crap. Movie crap. I watched. Remember Halloween that came out last year?
Mm-hmm.
It was just called Halloween. To make it confusing, they called it Halloween. There's 3 Halloween movies. There's the original from '78. There's the remake from Rob Zombie, whenever that came out, and then there's the 2018 Halloween. Why didn't they just call it like Halloween
2018
20 or something? Give it some sort of
H2O.
because it was 20 years old. It should have been H40.
Yeah. It was it 40 years?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
78 to 2018.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was like 30 years.
Yeah, I did too.
She was pretty good looking
Yeah.
still, right?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Oh
shoot.
Why did he have to put me on the spot?
I'm sorry.
I know who it is.
She was in True Lies.
Oh, not Christy Alley.
Why'd you have to ask that?
Oh my goodness. You can't even find it. Halloween female actress.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
yeah.
Curtis.
How did I not? Okay. Yeah. Remember she was on the pudding or not pudding yogurt commercials that make you poop.
Yeah.
So she so this movie is it's not very good.
Really?
Yeah,
It did well though, didn't it?
I think it did well
Just
because
of the
Yeah.
hype and
she came back. What the thing I think everything after the first Halloween they kind of said, let's say that never happened. Let's just remember the original Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Because this was just the story, like a continuation of that story. It was literally 40 years
40
later.
years later, yeah.
Hmm.
And I mean,
Was the story not good, or
it was kind of like they're trying to be. I don't really know because I don't know.
did you watch it when it was dark?
No, I did. It
Okay.
just didn't do it for me. It was like everything seemed really cheesy, but not like in a good way cheesy, you know? You know how you both have seen the original Halloween, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but I don't remember it being cheesy.
it's not cheesy
Oh,
at
okay.
all. It's done on a low budget
yeah,
and
was
it
super
seems
low
it
budget.
seems done very seriously and all that. And this seems like it was done seriously, but some of the things that happen, you're like, why did they? That's kind of just that's over the top. That's I don't know. There's a lot of that in there that I'm sure there's about a 50-50 type split of people who liked it versus didn't like it.
What's it on Rotten Tomatoes?
So the Rotten Tomatoes 79%. That's a pretty high rating.
You think?
79, yeah, because anything under 50, or no, anything under 60 is rotten. So that's
It's a pretty good review.
pretty decent. There's a lot of bad Halloween movies. There's one where it's on a reality TV show, and that one was awful. Molly, like, I haven't watched them all, but we tried to watch that one last year. I think that may be H2O. And she's like, watch this. I used to watch this all the time. And I'm like, this is just bad. This is, so I don't know. The documentary for the original Halloween, I think it's still on Netflix. If not, I'm sure you'd find it on YouTube. It is really good. Finding out like how little a budget they had, that even like John Carpenter went and wrote the score for it, because they really didn't have a budget. And like the whole mask is a William Shatner mask, just spray painted white.
Yeah. Inside Out in white, isn't it?
I didn't think it was Inside Out. Maybe it is.
325,000.
Was the budget?
1978.
Wow. Actually, that seems pretty high for 78.
Or is that what they grow? No, that says budget.
Huh.
Did you guys hear the Demi Moore interview and book that she
It's
had?
Demi Moore.
Oh, sorry. About some of the reasons why her and Ashton Kutcher got divorced.
No.
Apparently, he introduced drugs to the relationship,
Why
and
wouldn't you?
he invited other individuals into the bedroom.
Like Bruce Willis?
Danny Masterson?
Danny DeVito?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
it didn't say.
Get I didn't get a guest
You
list.
didn't get a blow-by-blow. Oh, a play-by-play.
Wow.
Well,
Huh.
the latest season of that stupid show just came out on Netflix.
The Ranch?
God, that is still on. It's like 7 or 8
You don't like it?
seasons.
No.
Man, everybody
that's
I know
terrible.
loves it.
No, it's not good. I've tried. I've tried
Yeah.
too.
Huh.
And I thought going into it, I thought it was going to be like some sort of, maybe there was some humor to it, but I thought it was going to be kind of a drama, maybe a little bit of humor. But it's a full-blown like
Yeah.
comedy because there's
Yeah.
a laugh track and
Yeah.
everything. And I didn't think it was that funny.
I didn't either. And that Danny Masterson, is he still on there, or did he get
I
kicked
thought
off?
last season was his. Or
I
two
saw
seasons
3
ago.
episodes. They're up to like 7 or something, aren't they?
Yeah.
season 7.
Yeah.
I think this
Not
is season
episode
7.
7. Wow.
Well, you
Man.
got a couple things about
Yeah,
Batman.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I
this
guess
is
so.
kind of weird.
Did you see the Joker? They
The
put
bad
out
press they're getting.
they put out Warner Brothers put out a press release saying they don't condone the violence and that's going on in this movie.
Well-
Duh, we don't think you do. It's a movie.
Well, there's been threats to movie theaters showing this movie now, they said.
I don't know about that. So here's the thing. There's that. Remember Aurora when Dark Knight Rises
Oh yeah.
came out and that theater, Aurora, Colorado?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was shot up by this scumbag. Oh, apparently Molly's picking up Millie. Okay. This scumbag shot up the theater.
Yeah.
And he had the Joker hair or whatever. And I don't think they're showing it at that theater. And there's a few theaters that aren't showing it. But I don't know. It's kind of like I think you should show it and be like, we're not going to let you win for your tomfoolery. We're going to show this damn movie, you know? I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
I thought the trailer looked pretty good.
It looks like
Very dark.
like a crime drama.
Right.
Like it looks more like a gangster type movie than a comic book movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I got Molly on board to go see it. So maybe we'll go see that when that comes out.
When's it out?
October 4th, I think.
Next Friday.
Maybe it's the 6th. I think
No,
it's next.
That's September.
Oh yeah, that is. Yeah, the 4th was right. The 4th. Yeah. So they're making another Batman movie. Robert Pattinson.
Oh yeah.
is going to be playing Batman,
It's an interesting choice.
which I don't know. I haven't really seen him
He's
in
the
any
vampire
movies.
guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure that turns off a lot of people because no, he's a sparkly vampire or
That was
whatever.
like 10 years ago though.
Oh, it was more than that, wasn't it?
About that.
I think they were still making those when I was reviewing movies. So
Hmm.
Oh,
it
were
was-
they?
There was 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah. So it wasn't that long ago, but they
Team
said
Edward and Team.
Yeah.
Who was the other? What was
Jordan,
I don't
No.
know.
Jesse.
Team Edward.
I
Cletus.
don't know.
Because Edward was his name, right, in the movie?
Yeah.
Or in the series?
The other guy was that kind of
I don't know. I've never actually seen.
He was
either
a
of
Disney
those.
star. The other guy was a Disney star.
kind of a
wasn't he? He was in
Hispanic looking guy.
He was in some of the Lava Girl and
Well, I've never seen any of those. I can honestly say. I'd tell you if I did, but
Lava Boy and
Shark Girl.
yeah,
Oh, Edward is
that's what I said.
no, he's the dark complected guy we were just talking. No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Well, that shows both of them.
You're thinking that? No, that's Kim Kardashian, isn't it?
Probably not. Team Edward, fandom slang, the faction of Twilight fandom, which refers to Bella Swan, is a romantic relationship with Edward Cullen.
Is he
Yeah.
the werewolf or the
So,
vampire?
He's the vampire.
He's the vampire.
He's Robert Pattinson.
So what's the other guy? Jacob. Team Jacob.
Team Jacob.
There it is.
We nailed it.
Thank God.
That's what we do on this show.
Anyway,
Random topics and then Google.
I'm sure there's been a lot of talk about him being Batman. Well, he has been chosen for Batman. A lot of people are like, this guy.
How's
Never say that because look how good Heath Ledger did, and who would have thought Heath Ledger would do a great Joker? So there you go.
Yeah.
Besides that, Jonah Hill has been picked to be apparently a villain in this Batman movie, The Batman. Now he's reportedly wanting like $10 million. So
Jeez.
maybe he's gonna get that. I don't know. This is probably a very high budget movie. It's a Batman film.
Right.
It's gonna make a lot of money.
Who's directing it?
He is Batman director. You can look this up. Matt Reeves. He has done such films as the Paul Bearer starring. Oh, he did the Planet of the Apes movies.
Oh, are you
No.
screen calling your wife?
No, I said what's up. So anyway, Matt Reeves, he's the newer Cloverfield. I really like that one.
Yeah.
Planet of the Apes, the Dawn and the War of the Planet of the Apes. Good movie. So hopefully he can do a good Batman movie. We'll see who Jonah Hill is.
He won't play himself.
It's obvious. I mean, the obvious choice would probably be the Penguin, but I hope they go with some unknown type role, like a villain they haven't tried in the theater yet.
I thought that he had lost a lot of weight though.
Yeah, he did
at one time.
But
Oh.
It doesn't really matter. The Penguin on the Gotham series isn't fat,
Oh.
True.
so Penguin doesn't. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I could see that, but you could also see these are guys you probably don't know, Clayface or Salman Grundy. Those
I've
are
heard
two.
that. I don't know who it is.
Those
is that
are-
a band?
Salman Grundy is he's actually a zombie in the Batman
Really?
universe.
Huh.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah. Back to that earlier question at the beginning. I just have this tab open still. So on the Everybody Loves Raymond, it looks like Romano made between $1.7 and $1.8 million per
Jeez.
episode
I'd take that.
That's good stuff.
during his last 2 seasons. And
We were
That
talking-
was such a good show.
It's
too.
possible that he may have been the highest paid sitcom star. It kind of looks
What were
like
the Big
here.
Bang Theory people making?
Oh, that's good. That's a good question.
Just look up how high is paid.
The final season of Goldberg. No, Goldberg. It's not final season. What am I thinking of? Modern Family. It starts soon.
The final season of that is tonight.
Is it tonight?
Goldberg starts tonight.
I know Goldberg starts tonight, but does
It's-
the Modern Family do it too?
I don't know if they're on. Goldberg's is doing a vacation episode.
Yeah.
It is all of the Big Bang, but it's Sofia Vergara is number 1. Doesn't
Really?
say the amount though.
For Desperate Housewives, I guess.
No, that's
No,
Modern
she's
no,
on
Family.
that's Modern Family. Sorry, who am I? I'm thinking of
Courtney
what's her name?
Cox.
No, not from Desperate Housewives.
Eva Longoria.
Eva Longoria, very good.
Man,
Holy crap!
give him a
she makes
ding.
some
Where are
money.
you?
The only reason why I know her name is because
Yeah,
there's
we know
a
why you know.
no, because there's a baseball player named Evan Longoria.
Yeah, we know why. You got her poster.
Estimated 2017 earnings 41 million.
million?
Doesn't say what that breaks down to.
Well, it's
per
what normally
episode.
20 episodes a season, right? 22?
20 something.
Jeez, 2 mil. Oh, just maybe say 2 mil and call it even an episode, right? Roughly.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm still surprised. So
that
Raymond was-
surprises me.
yeah, so Raymond was getting that years ago. He was getting 1.8
Raymond was good.
years ago.
I liked.
And I know he was one of those guys. He's like, man, this syndication money is even easier than the
Well, yeah, he's not doing anything.
yeah. And it was huge because he put himself on like executive producer and all that other stuff.
So that's an interesting. I was just going to get into that. So everybody loves Raymond. I'm trying to look if that's streaming anywhere.
Boy, that's a good question.
And I can't find it.
Really?
It's on what TV Land?
Yeah,
or
it's on a
TV
bunch of
TBS.
TBS and
TV.
TV Land. Something called Fubo and Sling. So
Direct TV on it, maybe. Oh, you better answer. You're gonna get in trouble.
hello.
Hello. I was gonna tell you something, but now I don't.
Yeah, that's a show that we've watched over and over again.
Oh yeah, it stands up well.
And yeah,
Man. Okay, that's an after show conversation. once
he
microphones are
made
off.
a ton of money off of that. And then now he's doing just like stand up stuff again, just like
Yeah.
whatever he wants.
Yeah, he was on. There was a show.
Well, the show Greg and I watched, he was on.
Where he went into a club just unannounced and
Oh yeah, that's really good. That's
What
a
was
Netflix.
that?
That's a Netflix show. He does 2. It's back to back. He does a show It's like where he started out.
Yeah.
I think it's in New York.
What was that called? I watched it.
I don't know. But yeah, he went to the clubs that are like across the street from each other. He did a show, a set at one,
Yep.
and then a
Yep.
Right
set
here
across
around
the
the corner on Netflix
Probably.
yeah.
or
Have you-
Paddleton.
No.
No, it was the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was good. If you
It
haven't
is,
watched
yeah.
that, that's worth watching.
Yeah, it was completely unannounced that
Yeah.
he just like showed up. He walked in and
The,
did a
like
set.
the manager knew, but
Yeah.
they didn't announce it to the crowd or whatever.
Right. And a lot of the crowd, I think at the one place, a lot of the crowd was like young,
Yeah.
and then at the other place they were more like they were more familiar with who he was.
Well, that's cool. I was thinking like why isn't that show streamed? Why isn't King of Queens streamed?
Yeah,
those
that's
are
another good one.
Those are two shows that
And Drew Carey show.
I
Yeah.
enjoy. Drew Carey, mate. I think that's
We
on
looked
Hulu.
that up, I think.
That's on Hulu.
I don't
Hulu.
No, I don't think so.
ABC show. It's got to be right.
I thought we looked that
I
up.
don't think it is. I'll bet you a donut.
A donut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's on.
You got to buy it.
Nope, just buy it.
You owe me a donut.
I really didn't make that bet.
You
but
said okay.
We
I
looked
give
we
you
looked this
snacks
up.
every week, so.
We
Yeah.
looked this up once before because we were talking about how creative that show was.
So anyway, those are three shows that you got people battling for Friends, The Office, and Seinfeld,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which are three good shows. But I mean, there's other shows that
And I just wonder, like the Drew Carey show, for example, what if you introduce that now to an audience and try to somehow build a hype around it?
I
'Cause
think.
I mean, Friends is funny, but my kids like love Friends because we
know.
always have it on.
It's a
Mhm.
90s nostalgia thing with kids, like kids your age. Like I don't know if Seinfeld
Yeah, my
would
kids
be
won't get
something.
into
Yeah,
Seinfeld at all.
that's the thing. I think Seinfeld is going to still be with the same people who
Mhm.
enjoyed it. I don't
Yeah.
think
I
there's
have
going
a
to be any
comment about
many
that after this show
new
once
people.
microphones are off.
Oh, does it have to do with the set being cold?
Yes, the set must be very cold.
Yeah.
And it was like every episode.
Every
that set
single
must be
one.
really cold.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, there's you can talk about that freely. Jennifer Aniston does.
Oh, does she really?
Yeah.
What does she say about
She
it?
said that it's a part of the female anatomy, and it's just what am I supposed to do? That's
Wear an
kinda her-
undergarment?
I
I mean, I don't
believe
have
she
a problem.
was.
With, no, there's no way. No.
It was back in the
No.
90s and early 2000s. It was it was before like all the push-ups and the enhancements and all that sort of thing.
No, the
What, do we gotta
push-up
wrap
bra
up?
came up. Oh, you gotta
Oh.
go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta go.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cut you guys off about
Best topic. Of
boob
night.
topic, but I have to go pick up my daughter, so we're gonna have to cut this short. So anyway, thank you for watching. You could join us every week here. Go to stuckbetapodcast.com and find out all info on all our socials. We'll see you next time.